I don't really have an intro in mind, but I got some sweet Easter chocolates from my dad. So, I guess that's the intro, right? Oh, so good. It's so good. Hey there, best buds. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray. Foxy's over here. And today we're going to be looking at The Rise of the Guardians. So, Rise of the Guardians is basically the Avengers of holiday icons. What are you doing? You hanging out over here? You got Santa, except this time he's like a Russian with tattoos. You got the Easter Bunny, except he's Australian, and he's got mad boomerang skills. You got the Tooth Fairy. You got the Sandman. And you got Jack Frost. What are you doing? You want to make up your mind? You're a good girl. I've wanted to review this movie for a long time, but I keep missing Easter and I keep missing Christmas because they're both in here, but I'm not missing this Easter. Oh no, I'm gonna get this one out on time, which it's Saturday as recording this, tomorrow's Easter, so when you're watching it, today will be Easter. So happy Easter. I hope everyone's enjoying their, holiday, even though this one's real different than ones we've had in the past, for reasons. But while I have you here at the beginning of the video, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. And the question in this video is, which is your favorite, Easter or Christmas? I prefer Christmas, but I do fondly remember getting Pokemon Stadium 2 for Easter one year, so that was pretty cool. I'm bleeding. The Man in the Moon chooses a new guardian to protect the children of the world and join the ranks of the Easter Bunny, Santa, Sandman, and the Tooth Fairy. This angers Pitch Black, aka the Boogie Man, who wants to make the children lose their faith in the Guardians so he can return to the prominence he once knew. So this movie, I believe, came out in 2012, and the visuals still hold up. They're still really good. This and How to Train Your Dragon, I think, hold up so incredibly well for DreamWorks. It's crazy. The voice talent's top notch, with Chris Pine as Jack Frost. We got Alec Guinness as Russian Santa. We got Hugh Jackman as Australian Easter Bunny. That's the reason he's Australian, because it's Hugh Jackman. We got Isla Fisher as the Tooth Fairy. We got Jude Law as Pitch Black. It's a great cast. And this is where I look up to make sure it actually is Isla Fisher, because I don't 100% remember, and I should probably make sure of that. And I probably should have done this before recording, but that's not how I roll, baby. I was right, it's Isla Fisher. I absolutely love the character designs, but I especially love the choices they made for the Easter Bunny and Santa. I think they're so cool and pretty original. I really liked it, and as much as I love the heroes, I love Pitch Black. He's really cool. His motivation is somewhat mirrored by Jack Frost's motivation. I kinda like that, even though, Pitch Black is still a monster. He is literally the Boogie Man, and he wants to rule through fear. Or Jack Frost, he just wants all the kids to have some fun, He's the one causing all the snow days and whatnot. Something that I think is really cool is how they interpret the lore of each character, and how they kind of establish their own, their realms that they live in are really cool. We see the Tooth Fairy's realm, we see Pitch Black's realm, we see the North Pole in this version, which I love. We see the Easter Bunny's domain, and that's really cool too. I really like that. Aside from the realms that they reside in, I really like some of the abilities they have, some of the powers, some of the really cool twists on the lore, and I really like how they show how they move around, where Santa's got these teleporting globes that open portals, which is really cool. The Easter Bunny rips open holes in the ground that just look like rabbit holes, and you go down in those. It's pretty cool. One of the aspects I love is how the Man in the Moon is the one who chooses the Guardians that have to protect the children of the world, and you have to maintain that role, because if the children stop believing in you, then you start to kind of regress and then fade away. I think Santa, when he starts regressing, he becomes a mix of old and kind of frail, but also kind of drunk. And then the Easter Bunny, I won't spoil what happens to him, but Tooth Fairy starts losing the ability to fly. I really like that. It was pretty interesting. Really cool concept. Another cool thing is how there are the other holiday icons in this world. They're just not Guardian level. They start off on Jack Frost's level, and then Jack Frost, he gets elevated to Guardian. but they mention the leprechaun and they mention the groundhog. And I'll be honest, if they ever do a sequel, which they probably won't, because I don't think this movie did particularly well, but it got a lot of praise, I would love to see the groundhog become resentful and team up with Pitch Black and trap everyone in like a time loop. That'd be pretty cool. I would like that. And oh my god, and he's got to be voiced by Bill Murray. That would be fantastic. There's a lot of funny moments in the movie and a lot of good humor. A lot of it is slapstick, mainly from the Yetis and the elves, and I really like those moments. But this also has some pretty darker moments too, and I really like that. I think it's really cool that they have that in a more or less children's movie, but it takes itself more seriously. Like, Guillermo del Toro is one of the executive producers, apparently. So you know it's going to be a little messed up. So even though the movie focuses on the Guardians, and I think rightly so, because it's really interesting to see them in this new light, I wish we got a little more time with the group of kids to flesh them out a little bit more. We do get a lot of time with Jamie and a lot of time with his little sister. I just kind of wish we got more with the overall group of kids. But at an hour and a half, we can't do too much, and I like that lean runtime. It's really good for a children's holiday movie. Even with that hour and a half runtime, it's really well paced, I think, and it's loads of fun throughout. I found myself really enjoying this movie all over again. Aside from all my praises of the movie, there's a few things that I wish we could have had a little more delving into, a little more elaboration on, such as the Man in the Moon. Maybe some more about Jack's abilities, because they seem to rival Pitch Black's, but Pitch Black's also seem to rival Tooth Fairy's. So I would have liked a little more in that area, and also maybe explain that there might be multiple Tooth Fairies. That could have been cool. Maybe there'll be an evil Tooth Fairy in the next one with Bill Murray's Groundhog teaming up with Pitch Black. That could be cool. With an incredible cast, great visuals, and a very fantastical narrative, this is absolutely one of my favorite holiday films for the whole family, and I definitely recommend you watch it on Easter or Christmas or whenever you're feeling it, you know? Rise of the Guardians gets an 8 out of 10. Okay, so I'm looking up where you can watch Rise of the Guardians. If you don't have the Blu-ray, that's cool, don't worry. You can rent it from Google/YouTube if you want for $3.99, or you can buy it. It's on sale for like half off at $7.99 for HD. Definitely recommend doing that. So that's my review for Rise of the Guardians. Guys, I absolutely love this movie. It's, again, such a good holiday movie. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's going to be one of those ones that I show to, don't tell Amanda, but my kids. When we're watching like holiday movies, I think this is going to be one of those that I throw in the rotation with like Home Alone and maybe the first Santa Claus. Maybe. As always, thanks for watching the video, guys. It means a great deal you're continuing to watch the videos that I do put out. Definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. Give the video a like, share the movie-loving friend, and let me know down below if you like Easter or Christmas. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya. Good job. You held it in long enough, Fox, huh?